Hey guys, I should be live somewhat now. I'm gonna wait till people join in. Um, talk about the whole Italy trip. What a great experience! What a great week it was. Almost week. I was there on Wednesday and came home today about 3 a.m. something like that. 3 p.m. So yeah, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the video is good. Okay. Yeah. Um, let's see how this goes. If that purple light is too much, let me know. I'm just experimenting here a little bit. Um, Also, I know YouTube really likes vertical videos. They really push them out right now, especially the live streams. So I'm just experimenting a little bit there. Um, Let me know all your questions, what you want to talk about, what you want to know. Let's mostly focus on Italy trip. And yeah, first I want to say like the people in Italy, I felt so good there. It was awesome. Ciao, Matteo. It was really, really just unbelievably great experience. Really didn't expect it. Um, yeah, awesome. Um, all the Italians in the chat, awesome. Yeah, what you could really help me with is please click that like button. Um, and Yeah, let me know. I'm gonna go through the questions. If I have to repeat something, I apologize. Yeah, of course, the questions with super chat, I'll go, you know, more quick to them. But yeah, the best thing you can do, and maybe some of the admins just leave a like because that helps. Like right now, if my numbers doesn't lie, it's 328 people. So YouTube is pushing this out. If you're just watching this channel first time, um, I'm here to talk about arm wrestling. Um, Wait, did they change the format of YouTube Live? You can do vertical, you can do horizontal videos. The vertical are just pushing out. It's just literally like they're competing with TikTok, they're competing with Instagram. So, right. Um, let's see. Do you have full video with Hermas pulling? Yes. So the training and the pulling session, maybe the pulling session will come out first, maybe training session will come out first. Uh, it's a lot. I looked at all the footage that I have. It's about 2.5 hours just of us lifting and training. So I have to go through all that footage, edit it down. So there's no empty space. Leave some best funny moments, things like that. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, so it will probably come out the next 2 days. Yeah. Ray, you train with Alex also. No. Uh, Hermes and Alex pulled behind closed doors. That's between them. If anyone has the footage, it's all, maybe one of them, and they might, show it later. But problem is, people will jump to conclusions whenever they see two guys pulling, and they just wanted to pull like two friends that they are. For both of them to check out some things because they're both facing some of the opponents that both have pulled, give advices and things like that. I missed it. I didn't see because I saw them going in with a table, and I was like, and then I looked for them, and they went 2 rooms deeper than I thought they're gonna go. Um, what was your favorite dish? Funny enough, the favorite dish was by an accident. Just as we got to Milan, I ordered. It wasn't what it was. It was spaghetti with pistachio, and it was amazing. Like just awesome. I like all the pizzas. I like all the food. I like coffee. I love Italy. It was awesome. Uh, Marius, thank you, thank you. Dins sveicens no Latvijas. What do you think of Hermes Kunča? Destroyer. Like he's like in a training mode, and he has a lot of time. He was so strong. He lifted some really really heavy weights. It was crazy. Um, I noticed you became arrogant and cocky after your win in KOT. Biham, how did I become cocky and arrogant? If you can explain that, be amazing. You shared with Alex also? No, no, I didn't. Alex just was there for the event, also as a special guest, both of them with Hermes. So interacted with fans, interacted with everyone, just, yeah. Um, I'll watch 2 hours of training. Yeah, I think a lot of people would. But this was, we went to Irma's house, Irma's father's house, like her family house. And in the basement, that's where his gym is. If you've seen all of his videos on the table and everything, yeah, yeah. But it was um, it was awesome. Like his gym was just everything you need for arm wrestling training. We wanted to do one more day, like just gym, like just go do chest or something. But most times when you're trying to do shoulders or chest with Hermes, it turns out to a bicep session. But no, I was like Hermes was like it was really we trained really hard. You'll see the footage. I went again the weights that I should not be lifting. Like I wouldn't lift them myself in my training sessions because the form was sloppy and it was just. But one thing I took over from that training, and I'm gonna say it now, was I Hermes goes like I don't really go full effort, and I should. I absolutely should. Um, yeah, yeah, and that was like good thing to kind of be remembered by because at some point now I'm training a little bit more safe. Not I don't want to overdo myself, just working on control. But sometimes you have to push, and with Hermes as always, Hermes loves to push. Yeah. Uh, what I see, it wasn't filmed, and they just worked out honestly and privately. Um, I hope it wasn't filmed and they just worked out honestly. That's about Alex and Armis practice. I'm pretty sure they did that. Yeah. Congrats for Italian Championship. Thank you. Thank you, Diego. Amazing job. Looking forward to your next match. All the best. My next match, April 27 after Resources West next week. Christo Zelikano and Maynard Nantes. Maynard on left, Christo on right. I really like that match. Christo is really, really tough, especially the way I'm going to pull him. It's going to be really, really tough match for both of us. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, will you return in Italy another time for a competition? Of course. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever been to Asia? I don't think so. No, I'm trying to figure out the countries, but no, no. Um, you pulled him before. Have you felt any different? Yeah, I pulled him in Dubai 3 years ago, and that wasn't same me, and that wasn't the same Hermes. And Hermes is just ridiculously strong and smart and trains real hard. Like his training, like if I looked at it from outside, I would think like I was like, oh, you need to do this more, this. And then when we went in and did all the things, it's really fit to what he does. Like his training, some of the exercises are sloppy. The form isn't great, but it's really heavy. And then he goes to a gym and does like just general training. And it's still heavy weights on brachioradialis, bicep, all those things. So supplementation for his main workout, this arm wrestling specific workout, and this works really good together for him. For his pulling style, for probably how he's been. Um, yeah, does arm wrestling help with constipation? Did Hermes also compete? No, you were so slow on every go. On my mobile vertical video is great. On my inch, on left I was terrible. On left I was terrible. On right I was on point. Yeah. First match on right. Uh, they started classes. Usually they will start like from the lowest class, like 60 kilos, 65, 70, and just go up. They started 85 out of nowhere, and I'm there just filming videos, and I'm like, okay. So I went and I had I think first match or second match. I get on table and I just kind of warmed up. Did what John does sometimes, warmed up in that match. Um, And after that, the right felt awesome. And yeah. Um, how is Italian level? It seemed like you steamrolled them. Were they tougher? What it looked? Do you think arm sinkers going into it compares to other countries? A lot of people. The talent will emerge. The talent is still the talent that it used to be. The same guys that were great are still great, right? The new guys still need the time to develop. Amount of competitors, I think there was an absolute record for competition in Italy. There wasn't world championship or something. Um, Beginner classes, 40 people deep, right? So the level is definitely going to get bigger because the competition level is rising. But yeah, I didn't, first of all, I didn't expect, I thought I could do good in 85. Somehow, I don't know how I made 85 because me and Hermes, we just like all you can eat sushi. and and then pasta, pizza, wine, beer, just gelato, yeah. And somehow, yeah, my left was it, like my left was tired from the training. Like left was really tired. Right felt amazing for some reason, and I don't know why because on training my right felt like more weaker than my left. And then we get to the table, and I missed all the goals. I have to, with left arm, get out of positions in every single match. It wasn't an easy match with my left arm at all. But somehow, as soon as I got it, I took control and win. Like, if you go back and watch it, all my left arm matches, none of them were like this, right? Maybe one or two matches was like pretty easier. But I also think some of the guys just gave me too much respect, which you shouldn't do. Give no one respect. Right felt awesome, and the best part was like I could go inside or outside on will. A lot of people commented like, this. I haven't seen you this angry or this emotional in a long time. So the first match, there's a live stream of Super Match Italy. You can go Google it and find it. And close at the end, there's a right open. If you watch the first match I had, I forgot the guy's name, but he was heavyweight champ, and he did two false starts, and he's a presser, so he got two times on my brachial, and that kind of little bit pissed me off. This is why when I went so hard, I was thinking I'm gonna top roll him, then he did one, then he did two, and I was like, I'm gonna press you just like you're trying to press me. So that kind of get me a little bit. Yeah, because with left, I had no emotions, nothing, and yeah, I'm sometimes I'm too passive, and I hate that. But it's for me, it's hard to turn on, and that match really turned me on. And afterwards, I was just keeping that going, and was really good. Like to top roll the last, the match, the final match, was awesome because the guy was fighting for the top roll, and I saw him top rolling some really good guys. So yeah, really good, really in some case really unexpected guys. But yeah, let's see what. Oh my god, I missed so much super chats. I'm sorry. Not super chats, but chats. Mhm. Bro thinks that you being confident means you're cocky. What a fool. Yeah, someone also on Instagram. This is really good if you go and watch it. I made a video where I say something in Italian to a guy. It was a good moment, and he's like, "Oh, Ray's so disrespectful to Italians and Italian culture and things like." And I'm like, it, just insane. And then he has conversation with himself from another fake account who's agreeing with him, but there's no followers, there's no nothing. It's just created new account and followed too, and it's like some people just don't have better things to do. I think, right? He'll be so pissed when I make a day in the life of Hermes Gasparini episode because that is coming and that's coming very very soon. I'm just trying to figure out how I can do all these videos that I have in mind and I have it filmed on because it's gonna be like two months till I stop talking like Hermes. Like how you feel, right? Super amazing, good today. So it's like the funny thing is, so the new Italians, they speak Italian. Sorry, English. But some of the older generation, or maybe some of my years, they don't, and all they know is the things that Hermes say. And it's so funny, they all sound just like Hermes. Not like his voice, but the words that are coming out, it's like talking with Hermes. And some of them were like, but just not some of them, but all of them were really nice. I really enjoyed just hanging out with people. A lot of people, came, just we watch your channel, support and love arm wrestling, and was awesome, really awesome. Um, Jeff versus Ray super match. When I get taller, when you're coming to Copenhagen, we'd love to see you in the club. Let's see. I'm kind of busy man, but anything can happen, and I want to go to many different places. If you had to buy a training program of an arm wrestler, would you go to non-Latvians? Ooh, I'm really, really interested. I think I something about. Zoya style. Not the young one, the older one, Haji Murat. Yeah, but it's all side pressure oriented, and it's a lot of inside work, and it's the elbow. I don't know if it could survive that. Yeah. Fortissimo Ray and Saluto de Italia. Thank you. So it's in no doubles. So it's in double. My hand is 6.2 inches. I want to make size of hand bigger. So is there hand implants or something? I don't know. Really nice wins race. Congrats. I would like to see how you step against top 10 people in your weight class. I'll definitely have a crack at it. How was the crowd? Crowd was awesome. Crowd was really nice. There's a question in Russian. I'm gonna. Hi, coach. After how many days does your arms hurt after training, and how do you recover? So I trained today. 3 hours, something like that. Came straight from the airport to the gym, ate, started training, and that's what I done. My left, like I feel my pronator, like my left arm pronator. Right arm, nothing. Like right arm just worked out like nothing happened. Depends on how tough matches you have. I rested Sunday and Monday because I didn't have an opportunity to train anywhere. We were on the road. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much just what it is. Um, Everyone is different. Every competition will be different. If you can do like not doing anything is not the best, but go and do some light work. Like you don't have to go super hard. Like if there's pain, it's an indicator that you should maybe not go that hard. You can do exercise with no pain. Do that. Just work on that pump. Um, Pineapple on pizza with ketchup is the best. uh, There aren't any competitions in England. So what do I do? There's a lot of competitions in England. I think you're looking at the wrong place. Arm gods are making competitions there. UK and Ireland, Arm Wrestling Federation. Dude, Google. Yeah, got the coach. Thank you. You beat that Marian kid very easily. That was impressive. Have you ever been to Georgia? No, but that's on my bucket list. Georgia's a really beautiful country. Um, I think food would suit me. Lots of meat, and heard Georgian wine is probably one of the best um, for my taste. Concrete elbow. I heard channel got deleted. Is this the new one? Concrete elbow. I'll go study if you say my name. I have an exam today. Okay, awesome gaming. Go crush that exam. Mm-hmm. What do you think about this whole Neil and Arm Gods thing? The video they just made funny. I won't lie. I really have been out of it. I don't know what's even going on there. Does have any practice from quotation? No, I don't have. Mm, uh, Great coach, super champion. Have you supporting Insane in Italy? Oh, sorry. Is Hermes a superstar in Italy? Uh, in arm wrestling, definitely, and I think he also outside arm wrestling, he's getting bigger. He's getting the craziest things was we like I got recognized in just in the shop, and now flying back, I was flying to Vienna. I get on plane, and guy behind me says like, "Hey, Coach Ray." So I think arm wrestling is growing everywhere, and some of the bigger names and people that are seen more on social media are recognizable. And I think Hermes is gonna be a big star. I think there's nothing, but there's big things coming for him, and he's yeah. I had so much fun. I laughed so hard. Like it's just would just sit and joke around, and he introduced me with his friends. All are the same. We had just great time, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Most likely we'll figure out Hermes will come to Latvia for a week and train with me here. But I also would love to go one more time uh, to Italy, maybe just during a week. Stay for a few days, did like 3, 4 training sessions together with Hermes. Maybe get some more interesting content for you guys, something a little bit more. Because this time, like I'm really lazy and I have to be sorry for it. I get as much as I can, but most of the time I just want to hang out. I just I just want to hang out. I just want to have a good time, interact. Like camera, most of the time, kind of changes things, right? There's camera. You can be fully yourself, and you know, yeah. My hand size is 6.2 inches. So if I will train very hard and get some EHT, little doses, is what makes changes size of hands. I don't know, man. Gaston, thank you. Well done. Hi. Did you spar with Hermes left as well as? No, we sparred with both arms in like 20 minutes non-stop, just changing the arms. And was at one point, I don't know what happened in the house, but the lights turned off and we pulled in complete darkness. I'm gonna tell everyone a story that I beat him. You know, that I beat him. Um, no, hablas en español, no. Tu, 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 tu. Really enjoy watching you pull in competition. Great job. Thank you. One of your best showings ever, no doubt. Uh, I think I look at it as probably one of the best technical moments. Like I made correct adjustments in all the situations and pulled the right pulled the right techniques for the right guys. Just uh, I was really happy. Like my shoulder was nothing. The just the best thing I think was just like my shoulder didn't have any pain, and when I get on table, I forgot that I used to have pain. Like I had stability issues and things like that. No elbow pain here. Inside was awesome. Outside was awesome. Yeah, yeah. Your Devon in person video with the green hood is freaking hilarious. That is. How's Hermes left felt? It's not as right. I'll be first to tell. It's not as right, but it's Hermes Gasparini. Yeah. Shangololo Totti, custom coach. Is anything happening in UK? Yeah, in UK there's a lot of company. You have to Google it. On Facebook you can find UK and Ireland Arm Wrestling Federation or something. The same guys that are doing arm gods, and there's more. There's a lot of competitions going on there. So just Google it. A good moment. So disrespect. We have Kristaps Blumans in the chat. My friend, how's Italy? How it's like in Italy? It was awesome. Lagging. Okay, I hope now there's no lagging. Okay, I missed. I'm so much far on the chat. Down says that for the top or rising is the most important part. Engin says pronation, Tara says it's back pressure. All of them incredible top. What do you think? So it's let's think about it like this. Rising, for me, rising means this ability to go up, not to go backwards, but to go up. right? It doesn't mean this, because you can pull like this and still go upwards, right? So it's that. Back pressure means ability to hold this tight. Pronation means ability to not to get sucked in, or ability when you go sideways not to get turned, right? So you don't end up on your biceps, but you end up on your brachioradialis and brachialis, right? So all those things are really, really important. It's like a glue. Like if you don't have pronation that will hold these positions, nothing matters, because you can hammer curl as much as you want, right? And you can rise as high as you want. But as soon as someone will put something on your pronation, it's done. So that's like a glue. Back pressure is the strength. That's the ability. You can have really solid pronation, but if your back pressure or rising ability is not holding up, you can get stretched out. So just like that. I love you, Ray. Well, thank you. What's your hand size? I had like a measuring tape set to 12 inches here, but I can't find it anywhere. Okay, I don't know. Big? Same as Hermes. It's funny, but same as Hermes, yeah. Hinkali looks so satisfying to eat. I would love to. I have eaten hinkali, but here in some other countries, but I think right from the Georgian source would be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go. Mm, um, let's see. I'm going back in the chat. I am so far behind. So, how much do you train specific during the week? I train almost every day. I'll do something every day. Now I might change some things because I feel really good on a pad that I am, uh, but not too much. Like today, I did a lot of back pressure work. That's also back pressure rising, let's say like that, pronation, and fingers. Tomorrow, I'm gonna work on my shoulders, internal rotation, pretty much helping. Like having a healthy shoulder, in my opinion, is one of the most important things. Like John would be 10 times greater than he is now if his shoulder was okay. A lot of guys will injure their shoulders and they just cannot do what they used to do before. So it's very, very important that you take care of yourself. And yeah. So, like when I trained for Robbie for King of Table, I think I said this before. Like I went to do physical therapy, like massages, every week. Even last week on Tuesday, I did cupping on my back and everything. My arm has never felt better. And there's a lot of things that I do, like just for me the most important part. And I really don't believe no pain, no gain, because pain is it's hard to do something when you're in pain, right? Our body tells us everything not to do it, right? So there's things you just like you can train as hard as you can, but if you're injured, you will never be able to perform 100%. So I want to get as healthy as I can, like have as less issues as I have can, and then compete. So for this one was a lot of just a lot of work on problems that I had, and shoulder and everything. I feel like this is probably, yeah, probably the best my shoulder has felt in a very long time. And right now I'm just a little worried that I will stop doing something that helped. Right, there's some exercises, or maybe I will not do massage, and somehow it all will fall apart. But thanks to me, I write everything down. I have my diaries, training diaries, and where I write like literally what I did. Like if I had a massage, I put it where, when, which day, after what training, what exercises. Sometimes in very small details just to follow along so I don't mess it up. Yeah. I'm deeply in love with you, Ray. Okay. Um, okay. Makes me feel good, I think, right? Um, what's your wrist in centimeters? I really don't know. It's 25 centimeters left. LG's 80 days stay. Did you have pain when pulled engine? I couldn't, like, my shoulder wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as it was afterwards. Right afterwards, it was just terrible. And I had some issues with my lower two fingers. I felt I couldn't do the pressure there, but I had some other things were pretty good. But um, yeah, for a first workout, what will you do for a first workout? I already did my first workout. Congrats for win rate. I'm curious, where do you think you are in the weight class of 50, 100? Get over to put you. Would love to see if you're stuck with this. I don't know. I think I'm right now, for quite some time, I'm better than I think I am. I don't look at some of those guys thinking like I could never beat them. Now I'm looking at, okay, what path to take so I can beat them. Um, I don't know. That's not for me to decide. We'll see. Have you had a good time in Italy? I had a bellissimo time in Italy. It was awesome. How long did the stream start? We're 30 minutes in. An events calendar. Yeah, competition. Go Google it. If you don't sure if there's competition in your country, just Google it. Best bodybuilding exercise that correlate to arm wrestling. Hammer curls, reverse bicep curls, all those variations, all the things that work the same muscles that you use in arm wrestling, even bicep curls. Okay, guys. Hey, coach, who win between Alden Larrett and Akimo if it happened was fun. So there's a reason why there's weight classes in arm wrestling. Like the only people that say that weight classes don't matter are the super heavyweights, right? Very interesting how that works. Everyone else knows weight classes matter in arm wrestling, and if I'm correct, Akimbo and Auden are 25 kilo weight difference. To make that match, like even if Akimbo win, like for me, it's if you put a lot of money for that guy to pull Auden because it's a big exposure and it's a big match, right? Why not? You're ready to lose, right? Um, Other than that, just there's a reason why we have weight classes because weight absolutely matters. If you don't believe it, be the small guy and try to win every big guy, right? Um, yeah. Um, wait. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Mm, Next trip to Canada. I haven't been. I should go. Kirsten, proud of you, brother. Keep up climbing. Hey, Kirsten. Kirsten did good in the tournament. Again, hard battles. He fought, got second place in 90 kilo class in a very tough class. Um, did good, did very good, improving and getting better. And best luck to you too, brother. Um, do you think Plumman versus Mindaugas would be a good match? No. Plumman is way too big. It's really unfair, you know. Yeah. Doesn't weight classes matter when you are super heavy, let's say 120 versus 200? Um, Of course it matters. But if you're 120, no one's born 120, right? You choose to be 120. Very rare people can be that big just naturally, right? So you have opportunity to go down, not pull 120, or you're Devin Larratt and you're crazy enough, you chase and you become the super heavyweight champ of the world. Um, there is like, you know, if you're like, you have to understand like there's limits for people, right? This is why in fighting there are weight classes because most of the time strength and size correlates. There's exceptions. Like in any other thing, there's always exceptions. What if you think Floyd Mayweather would have boxed really good versus Tyson when Tyson was in his prime? You're just insane person, right? Um, if someone hits you and you're not that size, right? Come on, people can make these things the same. So when you arm wrestle, like there is a big difference when you pull. Let's say you're 75 kilo guy pulling 100 kilo guy, 95, 85 kilo guy. because there is a difference. We know this. This is why we created weight classes, right? Um, um, let's see. Weight classes matter unless you're prime jumpers. Like exceptions. There's always an exception. Yeah. Coach, how can I gain muscle mass and lose excess fat weight? Well, when I figure it out, I'll tell you. Do you have a regular job? Um, Staying strong and loving arm wrestling. That's my job. Allergen doesn't care about weight classes. Okay, give me 10 examples. Give me 10 examples where the guy that wasn't a super heavyweight won world champions at super heavyweight in, let's say, past decade. Um, are you Devon? Are Devon and Levin natural at their current weight? Some weed are really strong, I guess. Um, do you think we will see plumbing in KOT in the near future? There's a conflict, and there's like in any sport politics. I hope plumbing is amazing. One of my favorite pullers. Um, do you think it's better to grow arm wrestling specific muscle to be very good degree before trying to build strength in arm wrestling? Yes, I think to build fundamentally the muscles that are involved in arm wrestling, um, and then you then like build fundament, learn techniques, and then you will know what you need. Or you will ask someone who keeps beating you, like, what do you think I need? Um, you guys saw him Gano vs. Joshua. I watched it afterwards, yeah. Devon Goat if he wins against Levin. Different kind of goat, but what Devon has done, no one has done before. In a sense of expanding and growing the sport. There's different categories for me. The greatest puller, it's John, and it's always gonna be John. And I'm sorry, yeah, yeah. Body frame size and weight are super, and Ray wouldn't get better if he gained 30 kilos. I would be stronger. I would be, but how much stronger, right? How much would I lose on my speed? How much would I lose on my angles? Because you know, all the angles changes as you get bigger. Some guys will tell you, right? Um, Coach Ray, are you coming to Arizona State Championship this year? I think we have King KOT or something in the same date. I think same date as Hermas versus Dennis in King of Table. So no, I already talked with Tim Talmadge. Yeah. Uh, Ray, the winner of either Han versus Samoshi. How do you think that? Oh, that's a tough one. If I give Nodalet a good chance to beat Samoshi, and he will come like he will come super crazy and just hungry for victory. And for Samoshi, let's see if he can keep the fire alive because right now he's been just you know beating everyone. Yeah, yeah. Out of topic, but but lights on or lights off. uh, Coach, do you think Dave Chaffee would have won Vital in every match? Was strapped? No. What are Hermes' thoughts on Devon versus Levin? You should ask Hermes about it. I think we talk. Is there a proper way to train sir? Because I'm always afraid of breaking my arm. But, like I have never heard of anyone training on exercise breaking their arm. Never. Pulling, yeah, but like if you do side pressure exercises, these exercises literally I give it to the new guys. It's really taxing on elbow, but it creates stress on your humerus bone, so it gets stronger and resists rotation, so it doesn't break. So it's the opposite, guy. If you do that, your arms will get stronger. Just of course, if you do it in a controlled manner. Devon is the greatest and best promoter of all time. It's definitely in arm wrestling. He is the goat there. and it's just so many things about Devon is just crazy. Yeah. Ray, in Italy, have you eaten pasta carbonara? Of course, of course. Cacio e pepe. No, I don't know what that is. Worked my hand for a long time, but I found the club and found that I was hand dominant, but don't know what to do with it. Um, that means if your hand is really strong, you will have ability to manipulate your opponent where you want it to go. Uh, that's what that means. Hand dominance means you have ability to manipulate. Um, Do you know what happened to Trubin? Nope. Where's the vlog of training with Hermas? Coming out soon. Ray, do you use formulas for tight muscle knots? What else do you use for recovery? Uh, yeah, yeah. I have some other things here as well, but you know, massage balls and massage gun is somewhere in the house as well. Muscle scraping, just we will get tight, especially like the neck. It just gets too damn tight from everything. So you have to take care of yourself. Eventually, if you don't, your body will put you there. Is there an arm wrestling Hall of Fame? Yeah, there's been some inductees, but not like super official one. But yeah. Do you know what happened? What if John went the stem cell route? Like, you don't think John has done stem cells? John has done stem cells. Problem is, I think his problem is too severe. He's torn labrum, and it will not grow back just like that because he had the surgery so many years ago. So I don't think if that John's problem is fixable like that. In your opinion, who wins 2014 A1 version, Dennis versus Levin? I think Levin. I really think Levin. Yeah. Who is your favorite arm wrestler to watch right now? I have many. Mindaugas, Hermes, Devon, Samushi. I think Samushi is awesome. Alijan. So I'm really torn between Alijan and Hermes, because Hermes is such a good friend, and Alijan I also know for such a long time, and he's like he's just special, right? Um, is arm wrestling economically sustainable? For example, is anyone able with the earnings to compensate for all money he has to spend for athletes, commentators, and events? If it wouldn't, we wouldn't have East versus West 12 with 11 events already done. So, because of you, because of people watching, supporting, that's the reason why we can do this. Because arm wrestling is becoming more and more mainstream, let's say like that, more and more interesting, more and more people are watching, more people are ready to spend their money, and that's why, which is what we always want, right? And yeah. Do you think you can beat Ryan Bowen in your current form? Most likely. Hello, Coach Ray. Have Hermes and Corduch sparred? How did it went? Both left and right. They did behind closed doors, and I wasn't there. I missed it. How often do you hit legs core? Ugh, I can't do legs. I do some running. I do some other exercises. Like my back is really messed up. I want to get stem cells for my back. My arms are fine. I don't care. My shoulders are great. Now I feel fantastico. But my back, yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Lagi, for helping. I'm way behind on everything. Are you coming to Florida in June or August? Or freaking love to meet. Most, of course, if that's East versus West, I'm going there. Kind of cheese with pepper, simple but super mega tasty. Oh yeah, the food was the best. Was the best. Like everything I ate, I enjoyed. I think one time I ate carbonara. It was too salty for my taste, but this was awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go. How do you think IFA compares to WAF in level? Where would you average IFA gold medalist rank in WAF? Sadly, sometimes not even in top 10. Some guys are, good. They could do that, but reality, no, no. Yeah, I hate that there's a split in world of arm wrestling, like in amateur arm wrestling, that is world championships, and we have IFA and WAF. Um, and I understand, I sympathize with, a lot of people, and there is some, how to say, there's truth on both sides, and I hope we can fix this. And there should be just, I think there should be just one championship, and that's it, and everyone should be fighting in it. That's yeah. Um, do you think it's absolutely hilarious how Jody is screaming every match and how Matt Mass starts cursing and going crazy and they're laughing every time? I think it's already so normal. Roger Coleslaw. Labāk ir kartupeļs un zaudēt nekad nav kartupeļu. That's a good one. What should I prepare to do 3 days before an arm wrestling competition? You should rest and prepare mentally. Please hit the like button. There's 125 people that are actually real life viewers and 61 likes. Come on. Those are rookie numbers. We can increase these numbers. Harry, I was there the day before. I was scared to ask you for a photo. I don't know what. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Just I I think I said, like, because everyone wants to take photos all the time, but at one point I weighed in and like I was in my jacket and everyone wants to see this, right? So I might said some people that maybe next time. I'm so serious about your back. Do you have a disc hernia? Yeah. It's getting better and worse. Like it was really good. Like my back was feeling really amazing last 2 weeks or something. And again, like traveling. Yesterday I was just pretty much again traveling a lot, and today traveling. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Show feet. Any tips for arm wrestling recovery? To like in this format, click the three dots top corner. Ah, okay. Okay. I guess there's some, yeah. The YouTube changes things, I guess. Hi, coach. How are you? How guys in the gym? So it's sticky. And you have to for 6 months. Get back to the table. Get back to the table. There's smacked once a like spike in here. After training session, do you do recovery straight away? Warm down? Not always. Sometimes, today, like it was just hard traveling and everything, and I did sauna and cold plunge right afterwards. It was home maybe 9:30 p.m. and it's 11:43 p.m. right now. How many languages do you speak? I speak just 3 languages: Latvian, Russian, and English. Oh, привет, Valery. But I understand way more, and I could even understand some Italian, which was which impressed Hermas hugely. And there's way more languages. More I hang around with people from other countries, more I will hear stuff. More I will ask sometimes, what does word mean, and not that bad with languages. But yeah, but I don't. I mostly speak English, very rarely Russian. It's just some in training. Some guys that speak in Russian are coming to training, and then only on events. So yeah, I'm definitely not the best guy to translate stuff from Russian to English. Yeah. Hey, Coach, do you take collagen peptides by any chance? I have a Flexit. I think many years ago I said Flexit from Nutrend is one of my favorite things. I use it just for recovery as a supplemental tool. Like if I'm constantly literally destroying my elbows, destroying my wrist, why not give it to some collagen, some whatever glucosamine and things like that that will help that. Yeah. What do you think about Ryan Bowen versus Ron Bat? Is Bowen going to win? If he wins, does it something? Does it mean something, or he will remain one level behind high level pullers? Ron Bat is tough. It's a really tough one. Like I can see both of those guys winning. I think Ron is incredibly rigid uh, and strong. Ryan, I don't think Ryan can take it. If Ryan takes his hand, I'll be very surprised. I think Ron can do a lot of things even for his age. Ron is very close to that really tough level, but again, he doesn't compete that much. And last time he competed was Matt Mask. Uh, the level difference there was, as you could imagine. Um, yeah, but I see like we talked with Ryan a little bit, and I said to him, I'm like, I can see both of you winning, but I don't see it as an easy match. I see it as a very hard match, and Ryan might not like what he gets from Ron Bat because Ron is tall and strong and very very rigid. Yeah. Hmm. Will you get a hyperbaric chamber as Devon? Pump some extra O2 in the bloodstream. I should. I should. You still think 70-30 for Levin, as you said? I have to rethink it, but I think, yeah. I'm looking at Levin is looking probably in one of his best shapes ever, right? If not his best. The ways that he's lifting, I think he's fully committed. Everyone always talks like the guy that loses, oh, next time I do it, I can do it. But everyone forgets that the guy that won doesn't want to make same mistakes and also wants to improve. And I talk with Levin, and I know it, and I absolutely know it. Yeah, he wants to improve. How toxic is Devon's blood right now? Well, I would think if he pisses, there's a hole in the toilet. It eats everything to everything. I think Devon. It's. I'll talk to him soon just to see where his mind is, where everything else is. But yeah, I already take fish oil with some vitamin. I still have elbow pain from powerlifting, and it flares up from elbow. So, guys, my personal experience and thought. Most of the time, everyone says like, "Oh, you have like tendon problems." It's muscle. It's just muscle. It's just muscle that got too tight, and if it doesn't get ever released, it will keep on pulling. Like imagine like you're playing guitar, but one of the strings is fully loaded. Like, and you cannot play it. You can play the rest of the ones, but you cannot play that. So you can't make a freaking song or something. So find out where is the problem. If something is tight, if something doesn't feel like if you're like most of the problems start here and they go down to here, right? You don't really get injured on your elbow, right? At the start, when you start pulling, you will feel the tendon pain. Well, most of the time, it's tight neck and other problems. You'll talk with some seasoned arm wrestler, they will tell you like they will, oh, I'm an elbow, but if you ask them or even touch them, right? Neck is too tight. All the nerves are going through. If nerves are not, how to say, gliding or flossing really nice, they're gonna get squeezed in, and there's gonna be a problem. Yeah. Click that like button. What did I miss? There was a Jack Bennett. Thank you. Awesome. Um, hello, Ray. Are you planning on releasing? It's never gonna be released. The footage with me and Hermas is never gonna be released. I'm of course kidding. What's better in your experience, morning weight right below the weight class so you can eat through the day before weighing, or being above the weight class on water cutting? Depends on like if you have 2 days to weigh in. Let's say you're pulling on Saturday, you can pull it, you can weigh in on Friday. You should do a water cut. You should do a small water cut, maybe 2 kilos, so 4, maybe 5 pounds, 2.5. That's good, and you won't feel a difference. But if you can't, if you have to pull in the same day, just it's hard to recover. You know, if you lose some fluids, and you need fluids in your body, you need it in your organs, you need it everywhere. Um, okay, I'm going down again. In Levan's newest videos, it looked like, yeah, I saw in a Reddit post, someone said like, oh, we can see Levan is struggling with his wrist. He's using wrist wraps for bench press. Never used them before. And the first comment says, "I watched his videos 3 out of 4 times he has used wrist wraps." So I like how people just stir things up. Um, I I'll be. I don't think he would take a match if his wrist would not be okay. I don't think he would. I think he would still wait out. So I'm thinking his wrist will be good enough. Is it a weakness that Devon will try to, how to say, expose? 110%. 110%. And if that's ability for Devon to make it in a different match, yeah. But that's what you go. Like, if you know the guy was injured there and pretty badly, let's go, right? You won arm wrestle, smart, right? Um, my muscles don't get super tight or sore. It still hurts just from joints, nerves. I, go to physiotherapists. They should know better than I do. But tell them things that I told and see how that works out. Maybe they are not looking at the right places. Um, you're getting old. That is also true. Uh, if you were new, would you create one elite move or fill holes in your game? I would go full top roller, nothing else. Somehow pulling top rollers feels way cooler than going sideways. I don't know. Like when I top roll, I just felt, but also because I didn't think I could do those things, and suddenly my arm doesn't hurt, that doesn't stop, or I was like, oh, I was like, okay. So, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. John said at the end will be Devon's pronation backwards. Lemon's cup. John said it against Lemon's cup. John said 55, 45. I'm 25 in great shape, just elbow pain from heavy pressing. There also could be some, wear and tear on elbow. That's 100% normal. Did you watch the AWF video on Devon Show? No, I haven't seen it. I have to go and watch it. I have been serious ulnar pain pronating. I found that wrist extensions really helped me a lot. That I will share it anyway. Yeah, we've been talking for years that you guys need to, first of all, take care of your shoulders, need to take care of the opposite muscles. So some work for extensor muscles is absolutely necessary. Either you're gonna do, either you do some statics, like you do reverse curls, your wrist is engaged, so extensors are working, or you do some dynamics as well. In your opinion, what is the best program to gain strength and arm wrestling movements? Training. We need Bowen back in the commentary team with you. Good combo inside the mat. I really enjoy it. There's a lot of guys that I really enjoy. I think me and Ryan are great. Me and Neil are great. Me and Ozzy are great. Me and Derek are great. Me and Giannis. I think there's a lot of guys, but like I don't even know if I like with East versus West. If Engen is bringing in more people to commentate, I there's already like 3 people is too much. So I better stick with the interviews post match and then do those videos straight away for you guys to see it right afterwards, right? I think that is better use of my talents. Because if you have already a place in commentary, right? And um, I'm okay not to do it. I'm okay to do only those things. But if I'm needed there, you know, multitasking is my second name. Um, Hooking looks more powerful though. It's pretty cool though. Yeah. But taking someone's hand and then just knowing they're effed. Do you realize how crazy it is? Their hand the same size as Hermas. It is pretty. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Samson, thank you, спасибо. Anton, to who I put on. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Right? Any chance you'll train with fans? Of course, yeah. If you come to Latvia, no problem. Hit me up. It's not a problem. Sometimes I'll go to different countries. If you see me there, you can send me a message. And yeah, yeah. Have you tried pulling with Alexander Telyatnik? Yeah, I saw him, but he asked me before open. I said, "Man, I'm pulling open." So no, he looked very strong. He looked very strong. I saw him in one of Anatoly's gym videos. Yeah, right before he blew up. Right before he blew up. Oh man. Did you bet any money on the Dev versus Love match? If not, would you bet on? I think I'm gonna bet. I have some money on arm bets from my last match. They, the versus Robbie and Kristaps blue. But if I could, I would do top roll all the time. Right? It's so cool. But it's mostly cool because we cannot really nicely do it, right? So this is why it feels so good. I think most people will think like, oh, press is so damn. We're like, yeah, press is boring. Um, oh, great question. How do you prevent adrenaline dump in competition? I just competed in Danish nationals, pulled 5 times on left, and were completely dead for right arm for it. First, I try to keep my stress level to minimum. Some people will think about competition like all day. I will I will just start stressing out right before. Like the only stress I have is usually the first match. On doesn't matter which arm we start. The first match I'll have stress, and then the whole thing will be done. Keep emotions down. Breathing. Uh, that's very important. One thing that I think really helped me. I did Wim Hof exercises. Um, like I started doing them in 2020 2021 before all my super matches. I just sit down somewhere and do just 2 rounds, even before this with Robbie. And because it increases your adrenaline, you start like coming up, but it keeps the same pace. So there's no huge drop. This is how I feel. Um, yeah, it's the, the the thing that breaks people. The thing that breaks people is losing, right? If you think you're gonna win and then you lose, it's the worst thing that can happen. This is why I'm never like you will never see me panicking if I'm losing because if I'm panicking, I'm giving into my emotions and my adrenaline could dump in my body like oh no. Maybe on the inside I'm feeling, but I'm like okay, you have to think positive. Forget what just happened, move forward. Forget what just happened, move forward. But if you keep thinking about it like there's so many times where guys are winning like I think Robbie experienced huge dump because uh, uh, first round he gets me easy and then second one I take everything and like you just thought like it's gonna be easy like I beat this guy easy and then you lose and then you lose again and it's very hard to come back to you you're not as strong as you used to like you will burn yourself from the inside. So this is why, especially if you're pulling super matches, don't stress. You lost, so what? Go to a pulling session, do a practice. You're gonna lose hundreds times, right? If you're not, you're just the strongest guy there, and it's really sad. And you need some stronger competition. But if you go to a good practice, you're gonna lose to many guys different times. So, yeah. Mm, were you bully when you were in school? I have no education. I have just arm wrestling. Bro, you look like McGregor after steroids. I'm finding that I went specific for too long. I didn't pull back. Yeah, full range and some like yeah. Okay, where did I manage? I have some small hands. Mm-hmm. Time I see an Hermes Italia disco plays my head. It's so like they don't like that song. Like I like that song. You know, and it's in my head all the time. Yeah. Another Giannis training video, of course. Um, Looking at older arms and video clips, do you think specific time building up weak areas is better than training everything? There's time and place for everything. Every time you prepare for something, expect to do little different things. Expect to sometimes you need this, sometimes you need this, sometimes you need to go back to this, sometimes you need to add this. So be forever looking for an opportunity to get better, right? Um, my training also has changed, like even like every year. I talk with a lot of guys, and a lot of guys will tell you like, yeah, my training changed. My training depends on how old you are, how much you've been pulling, what you need, injuries and things like that. It should be. So keep an open mind. And it's really important that you would have someone from outside telling you, like, this is unnecessary. Like, don't do this. Like, that's the best advice that someone can give you. If it's someone who really understands what they're talking about. Hey, Ray, big fan from England. Hey, Alex. Mm, Is there a must? Is there a universal must do when the strap is being applied to gain advantage? For example, always rise, always supinate, always. You always kind of want to rise, right? That you want to rise, you want to, get high. If some top rollers really like to be like they like thumb to thumb, so they want to be further here. If I'm pulling in a hook, I want to be deeper here, right? I want to rise up and kind of supinate a little bit forward. Uh, Good referee will not allow you to do any of those things. So yeah, keep practice. You can pull dirty, but practice clean, so you will not be in position where you feel very very uncomfortable. Do you know Georgian disco? I have to look it up. Um, Ray, what's your max number finger containment on the Mazurenko hand? I don't know. I really don't know. Um, Hand size is incredibly important for a top roll. What style of top roll doesn't require big hand that much? Uh, Giannis doesn't have a huge hand at all. One of the greatest top rollers ever, right? So Hermes' hand, okay, my hand's pretty big. So Hermes' hand's pretty big, but it's not the same size as Devon's hand, right? Still a great top roller. So I think you can achieve everything uh, if your fingers are strong, if your pronation is good, and your hand can keep up the pace that you're going to do your pronation. What's your opinion to pull-ups for arm wrestling? So I had this debate with a lot of people. Like, there's great exercises that can help you with arm wrestling. It's like with pull-ups and some other things. And like I haven't done a pull-up in a long time. Like all throughout the prep, I did some pull-ups, but I did them like just classic pull-ups, just keep my shoulders back, engage back for different reasons, for posture reasons, for not to be crooked. Um, my back pressure still the same. My rowing ability still the same. I think there's exercises that people are really good to. Like Giannis will do his pull-ups, and he's really good. Like one of his ace exercise is pull-ups. Raymond Antonovich will do zero pull-ups. I have the same ability to pull back as Giannis. So it really depends on like, do you feel that exercise? Do you like that exercise? It's same for me. Someone will ask, oh, like when I used to do a lot of benching, Now I didn't because my shoulder was pretty messed up, and they're like, "Oh, does it help in arm wrestling?" And I'm like, "I don't think so, but it helps me, right? You should do things that you are good at, and you know, um, plus pull-ups." And this is an interesting thing that I heard from someone, and it kind of makes sense. When you do too much pull-ups, you will have in your mind that you need to pull down, which sometimes is a really bad thing to do when you pull down something, right? You're giving your pronator away rather than rising up. So yeah, I really don't. For me, I don't like pull-ups. Yeah, it's not one of my favorite exercises. I'll do them sometimes, but it's not like I have tried to build up and just I don't even feel the transfer. Plus, I know some guys that could do like arm wrestlers that could do 100+ kilos that and like plus, and they weigh already 90 kilos. They can do plus, right? Even partials, even hold here, and it doesn't transfer there. It just doesn't. Yeah. Mm, how to beat someone with big and strong wrist as a pro? Big and strong wrist. What does that mean? They have ability to manipulate you. If sometimes, like think about if some arm wrestlers is really good, like they cup, right? This is how they start. So don't help cupping them, just go sideways. So you at least have an ability to, or pull back. You know, um, do you do preacher curls? What are your main exercises for back pressure? So right now I'm doing, and I posted. I think it's a lot of back pressure work on table with crossy pulley or just a pulley system. Um, that's one of my favorites. It's for positioning and like I set it up because I feel like I'm in the same position, and then just how different types of hammer curls, pronation curls, things like that. That's the best for me and for everyone. I think preacher curls. Stop doing them. Like stop doing bicep curls at all for again for this prep and for Robbie and for uh, no difference in my hook. Um, Started doing bicep curls with a straight bar, so I actually hit my bicep fully with my arm fully supinated. Um, I think just the arm stability and positioning is just much better than it was before. Um, but yeah, like the bicep one is again, if you do too much, you just have an instinct to turn palm up, right? And maybe turn too much that you give up your pronator. Uh, yeah. What are your three favorite exercises for arm wrestling? Ooh, not probably not the best ones, but like the best like side pressure and cable system. I like that. Um, I really like the back pressure lifts, and I really like multi spinner working through small finger. Those are the ones. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, what kind of language are you speaking? This is Swedish, Danish, or what's going on there? Devin says you should never hold your opponent, but it seems to me that is an advice that only people with long leverage can apply. Matter of fact, people like Hermas trains cupping like crazy. So think about this. It's very hard. Like you're like if you hold on to something, you're pulling all of them. But if you're not holding, you allowing for to them to hold you, then you pulling. It's hard to explain this, but sometimes the guys are like think about this. Like if you want to go sideways and you just go through my arm, or you go a little bit around it, right? And that's what pretty much is holding on. If you hold on, I'm trying to lift the whole thing, pull the whole thing. But if I'm just right here and I'm lifting my arm and it just follows there, it's much more efficient, makes your opponent, get that hand involved way, way more. Yeah, it's Danish. It's okay, guys. It's okay. So you guys are having lovely conversations. Um, And yeah, cupping and holding are different things. Yeah. Holding is different. Like there's a lot of guys, especially who start doing squeeze. Like this is the best thing you can do. Like if someone comes and they squeeze, I'm like, thank you, because then they're absolutely holding on to me. It's the easiest thing to do is just top roll them. Mm, can you gain advantage if you have a bad breath if you breathe hard into bone? How did you know? The person with better rise and back pressure will not need to hold on. Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Even if, but most of the time, the guys with the longer forearms have huge advantage. They have insane advantage. Just you don't have to use that much if you just drop down. If this holds pretty good, just drop down your shoulder and you gain so much. So pulling them in without the strap, without having insanely strong hand is not a good idea. I've done it too many times. Mm, congratulations on Poland. Thank you, Richard. My wrist, should I train wrist only? Coach, if I'm weak with my wrist, should I train wrist only every day? How about you train it tomorrow, like really hard, like let's say go to failure on some exercise, like really, really hard, and then you give 4 days for it to recover, and then you train it again. Yeah. Who's the best arm wrestler in your opinion in the world right now? Kimbo. Uh, Best arm wrestler in the world. Levin hasn't stepped on table, so I have to say it's Devon Larratt by far. Mm, Did I miss? What are your main training philosophy disagreements with Giannis Sanders? I don't do so much side pressure as Giannis does. I think like my elbow, it wasn't feeling good and I couldn't do. Yeah, yeah, that will be the biggest ones. With Sanders sometimes will do something just for the videos, just for views, which is okay. But I tease him about it. And sometimes the form is really, really sloppy, even sloppier than me training with Hermas, which you're gonna see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My pleasure. I'm grateful for your channel. Thank you for workout footages. Push pull once a week with one table. Coach, what's the best way to improve muscular endurance over rounds like in super match? I could see pumped very soon, which results in a huge drop in power. Uh, get used to pulling a lot with a lot of how to say control. Like if you get to a practice and you can control your opponent rather than trying to pin them or be in a position where it's like bad position, you just hold on for your dear life. Nope, nope, nope. Do more conditioning and you'll be better. Do you have any advice for beginners in arm wrestling? Do you believe in slow controlled lifts or explosive lifts or a combination of both? Agreed, both are necessary. There needs to be explosive, there needs to be really, really heavy, and there needs to be control. There's most important thing in arm wrestling is control. I think it's more important than trying to reach some big weights. I think it's way more. Let's say, think about it like this. Take any lift. Let's say Devon's pronation lift. Now everyone's trying to break, whatever, whoever holds the record, and the form is getting sloppier and sloppier, and it just gets like this, like the angles change. So I would say, how about try to do it multiple times with 60 kilos, where you or lift it up and control 60 kilos, rather to be in position where you think you lifted, let's say 75, but in no way, shape, or form, like you did it too slow, or you did it in such an angle that you will never get it on table. But if you get 60 kilos and you can control it for, let's say, multiple sets, for multiple reps, for quite some time, I think that's way better than, being able to lift 70 somehow, right? Somehow. Because as soon as it goes outlines of whatever you were doing previously, it's a different lift. Are you able to do one-arm pull-up? Not too fat for that. How do you know if one's golfer's elbow is torn or damaged? Usually a doctor will do those things, buddy. What should I prioritize as a beginner? Build foundation. So that means build your wrist, build your forearms, build your elbow flexors, take care of your shoulder, and pull on table, practice, understanding, build connections. What do you think about Levin not posting his wrist workouts? I think it's a strategy. Are you ever gonna become a world champ? Right? We'll see. We'll see. Can you get really good at arm wrestling without going in arm wrestling gym? If you mean like not pulling on table, there's individuals that absolutely can do that, but I would think mostly not. That I was away for a week, so now they just torch me here. I think I have injury in golfer, so any advice from me? Buddy, go to a doctor or physiotherapist, right? Don't get advice on internet. It's the worst advice you can get. Do you train your tendons? Why do you train your tendons then? Your tendons will get stronger with anything you do. If you lift weights, your tendons going to get stronger. If you, go heavy, your tendons going to get stronger with everything you do. Right? It's just natural. If you don't do those things, if you do arm wrestling, your tendon's going to get stronger. If you do plyometrics, explosive, heavy, tendon's going to get stronger. Do you see those? Do you see those paws? Those little black paws? Yeah. I do plyometrics. So, but I hope you do for arm wrestling, right? After how many weeks I should change my workouts? Ooh, I like to keep things going for 3 weeks, then I change things out. 3 weeks, so you have time to improve, adapt, and then change some things up. How often does Jan train side pressure? Once a week. Yeah. Where do you place Bacho at 105 based on Reno's match? I can't. He has to compete with someone in that class. Any competitions planned in the next few months? We have nationals in April 6 and then April 27. As I said, I'm pulling in Arm Havoc in Germany versus Christo and Maynard Dentis. Maynard left, Christo was right. I think very tough matches for me. What is the most underrated basic exercise for arm wrestling in your opinion? Pronation curls. Either dynamic where you work your pronator, or static where it goes through pronator. People want to do all the other things and they just miss one of the most easiest and probably the most important exercise you can do. Paul Italia versus Lachlan. What are your thoughts on that? I would say Lachlan because he's a slight favorite, but Paul is so good. And I'm really excited to see that match. I think it's a great match. What is the most underrated? Okay. How long before a tournament do you start to taper, coach? At any point, do you stop training completely or give enough rest? I usually take like 2 days of nothing. That's usually, but I will come down from heavy training. Like, let's say before KOTT, I train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, travel there all day after Wednesday evening. Got there in the morning on Thursday. Did some light workout there in the gym. Friday nothing. No, yeah. Friday absolutely nothing. And Saturday competed. But if you ask Giannis, Giannis will tell. Not everyone can do what I do, and he said like for me, I told him like I don't know if I'm gonna compete in Italy. He said you'll be fine. You're always fine. Um, so I most of the times recover really good because I can hold a lot of stress because like training stress. So I know myself. But right now, when my arms feel better, it like if I take like 3 4 days off, I feel really good. But most of the times, I'm never like this. I'm never like fully recovered. For KOTT, I was close. Shoulder was still, but now from Italy, I thought it would be worse. It was awesome. Um, and with fat 100 kilos. Uh, do you think Levin is training his wrist with heavy weight? Depends on what we consider heavy weight. Harry, do you notice improvement in Hermas? Do you think he's in a peak shape? No, he's far away from his left will be good, but his right is far away from I think what he can really push to. The match is still like 3 4 months away, so 3 months away. So he will probably come into his peak later, but he was really strong and yeah. What is your diet? Whatever Hermes says we're gonna eat in Italy, that was my diet last week. We'll see about this week. But I have good. My sister's husband is a hunter, so I have game meat. They just bring me in. That's what I mostly eat, and some other stuff as well. But like deer, elk, and some other things. Also, I buy Echo eggs. Make omelette. I do that. But if I want, I can eat anything else and feel fine. Um, I should get on diet though, probably. Hmm. Coach, do you still take the same supplement brands and tendons just for your video? I do. Flexit from Nutrient, that's what I take. Animal Flex, I haven't taken in a while, but yeah. Lachlan telling Cassie to come back to the table after losing was awesome. That was that was a crazy event. What carbs do you eat with meal? I like buckwheat and rice, my favorite ones. Yeah, and sweet potatoes, of course. Um, Brazil's system of training, on your opinion, is good. I don't know what is Brazil's system of training. I can curl 5 kilos in each hand. Do you think I'm ready for 11? I think you're about 2.5 kilos too much, man. I think you need to come down, okay? Chill. Uh, Give a chance to the big guy as well. Are you planning to go and visit each other armwrestling school? If I have an opportunity, yeah. Flexi sounds like generic. Flex it. It's one word, not two. Flex it. Supination with kettlebell support for arm wrestling or only pronation. I think ability to be strong in all those positions is very important. I think that's the thing that I added on days after I practice. I'll do a lot of just with kettlebells and some other stuff, just rotation work and radial deviation, ulnar deviation, just ability to manipulate this from different points. It's a crazy power. This is why people that do manual labor with their hands will be very crazy. Is side pressure useless without pronation? It's a side pressure is useless without back pressure. Let's say it like that, because if you can go here, but someone can just pull you down, it all falls apart, right? So, um, do you take anything specific before a tournament, like caffeine pills or something else? If I feel like I need it, I might take ibuprofen. Like I'm really surprised. Like I didn't need it for the match versus Robbie. Didn't need it for this. Usually I need it. Um, and I'll have Monster Energy or something or pre-workout. Sometimes some energy. Depends on when the tournament. Like if it's and I feel fresh and I don't need to extra, you know, extra courage, then I feel okay. But if it's late evening, I might have like in Italy, you just go ask for coffee, and I'm so used to drinking like Americano from these kind of cups, and they give you a cup like this, and it's just like this. Me and Hermas just do a shot, and very good. Let's go. Ready to hammer curls for rise. Yeah, those will help. Just position your body that the most tension is at the top of the moment. Um, Ibuprofen is anti-inflammatory, anti-pain, anti-inflammatory. Yeah. Did you plan on winning the open weight division in Italy? Were you surprised? I was very surprised. I didn't think, but at one point I thought like, I thought, okay, let's see how that goes. Um, yeah, it was because there was a lot of strong guys, but I don't know why most of them just didn't come to the open. I have no idea. I think they either had too many matches or something. Like my arm, I think with all the matches on my right arm, it didn't even get pumped, and I was like, okay, I feel pretty good, and yeah, was was unexpected to be honest. Yeah. Do you plan to continue this chat all night long? It's past my bedtime actually. It's 26 minutes past midnight. I think 3 minutes and we can end this. Um, what flavor is your favorite monster? Ooh, sour apple? Or what's called? I like that. And a zero, the white one. I don't know. It's just white cannon. Um, how you find Camille Blonsky? Do you mean how do you find him in Poland or which phone do you have? I have iPhone. mean, you think Wagner takes pre-workout? Wagner is pre-workout, right? The Monster Energy, Red Bull, they all buy the good stuff from Wagner. Yeah, yeah. hmm Coach, do you have small hand and wrist techniques or advice? Like everyone who's like talking about small wrists, small hands, go to an arm wrestling tournament, go to multiple, and you will see people winning and losing with different kind of hands and different kind of wrists. Some guys that have like look like they should not lose ever will not be that impressive. It means nothing. It's like you have to deal with what you have. Uh, like Philip Stahlhofen, he doesn't. He has small hands, small wrist. Just ability to get inside is crazy. It's just crazy. It's nothing else but strength. And there is a disadvantage and there is an advantage, I think, in everything, right? Um, like I'd say I can cover more surface area. So sometimes that having that big hand doesn't help because I'm holding on to so many things at the same time. Sometimes pulling guys with the smaller hand is really not that great because I don't have anywhere to grip with them. So yeah. Um, most of our, I have no how to use by. What is your head size measurement? I I don't know if they measure my head, but it's nowhere near Hermes's. I'm losing there like 70 IQ points at least. Mm, hmm why you translate Russian speak if you don't know Russian language? Why you translate Russian speaking if you don't know Russian language? That's a great question. You should ask organizers that. How arm wrestling tournament works? Most of the time, it's double elimination tournament, so everyone gets in their own brackets and have matches with each other until everyone except one person has lost 2 times. Ulnar, ulnar deviation, ulnar deviation. Like this, I think the chopping is actually really important. If you actually do it in a match and do it like this, like when you, it's really good for top rolling. It really helps. Yeah. Cardio important. Depends on you. Try not to get pinned. That's a great advice. That's the best advice anyone has ever given about arm wrestling. Okay, guys, it's been, well, almost. Yeah, almost. Yeah, I think we should finish this. I want to say thank you all who joined. A little bit of Italy, a little bit of arm wrestling. Um, yeah, there's some podcasts coming out with core sports next week, and there's gonna be way more things coming very very soon. Yeah, the videos with Hermas, I hope to do them tomorrow or Thursday. So Wednesday or Thursday, you know, keep in mind they're coming out soon. One, thank you for all your support, guys. I'll try to do more live streams as we build for East versus West 12, which will be just a crazy event. Yeah, thank you for watching. Stay strong. Love